Hello again. This is the Waterman, Spiritual Toolbox, number 386, John chapter 4, recording number 23, audio recording number 704, and examination table number 360. Okay, I have it pre-recorded. We'll be continuing in John chapter 4, verse 8. Yes, verse 8. Here it goes.
Hello again. This is the Waterman, Spiritual Toolbox number 386, John chapter 4, recording number 23, audio recording number 704, and examination table number 360. We'll be continuing in John chapter 4, verse 8. Okay. The King James Version says, "For his disciples were gone away into the city to buy meat." Okay. Let's continue building this ark. Get on board and come out of that flood of that nasty Jacob's nature water. Don't let that stuff kill your butt. Alright? It's here already. It's gonna kill your ass. And if you're a beast in that beast nature, yuck. Don't rely on that donkey and that horse nature to save you. Don't try to bail out that water out of your ship, out of your humanistic thinking. Like bilge water. Trying to bail out. God's going to increase that thing to where it's going to flood it. You're going down with that old nasty shit. That's HIP, that old humanistic thinking, you cannot survive that. Alright. Can't come up higher doing that stuff. Get on the ark. Alright. Now. I read it once, just read it again. For his disciples were gone away into the city to buy meat. Okay? Now. Let's see here. I'm breaking this thing down here. Now, okay. The last word that we covered in that, we covered ha, then gar, then mathetes, then altos, then aperkama. The word they translate is we're gone away, and then unto that ice, but it's not unto, right? It's to and into, right? And then the word that translates thee, that's that ha, that all water in your thinking processes, okay? And then sit, that was the last one, okay? Where that battle is going on, alright? Now we're going to translate the word that they translate as two in the King James Version, but it's 24:43. It's Hina, H-I-N-A, this word.
Strong's G 24:43. Hina.
They're not consistently interpreting this in the green way. That Hina doesn't mean two. Okay? Okay, now let's get to it. This Hina 24:43, right? It means in order that. Now, if you break that on down, I want to take you a little deeper here. Okay? God was taking me deeper. Oh my goodness. When you break this down and define out this, and don't say, oh, well, that's good enough. I understand that completely. You don't. I got all the understanding I need in there. Baby, right now. But it's not. It's going to increase. As you come up higher into God, those pressures increase. As God's correcting you and funneling that down, so you're getting rid of more and more of that baggage, that carnality, that non-spiritual thinking processes. God's funneling it down so you can go in that pipeline of God, in through the eye of the needle. Because it's harder to take, it's easier to take a camel through the eye of the needle than for you to take one iota of that old beast that you're that old baggage. Alright, now, it's in order that Hina comes from 1438 through the demonstrative idea. It says compare 3588. That's that ha. That's that ball of your thinking process of the mind. This is demonstrating it. Demonstrative idea. Okay, we're going to get there in a minute. Alright, this 1438, that's through the demonstrative idea of this ball, okay? Let's get to that. How to pronounce this. Truthfully, I kind of forget how, it's Heautou. I kind of forget how to pronounce that. Yeah, I have to excuse that. I'm learning to pronounce this stuff. It's this word.
Strong's G 1438.
Heautou. Okay. Heautou. Alright, that's a pronoun. It's himself, herself, itself, himself. And it's like this ball. Through the demonstrative idea, and it says compare that ball of your thinking processes, that ha, of the mind. This is of himself, herself, itself. It's inside you. Your thinking process, okay? Now, this is from a reflexive pronoun, otherwise obsolete, in the genitive care. And this is also, it's a dative and accusative case of 846. That's that autos. Remember, that's that he, she, or it. And that's from 109, air, through the idea of a baffling or confusing wind. That's taken, giving you the opportunity to come out of this young, red-adamic way of thinking. Your carnal, beast-nature way of thinking. Quit drinking that Jacob's water and come up higher into God's righteousness, God's greenwood. Come from the redwood to the greenwood, right in this ball of your thinking process. Now, break this down, okay? Alright, now, it's a dative and accusative case of this autos, through the idea of a baffling wind, okay? This air, okay? Alright, taking it from this redwood to greenwood. Let's get down here to this, right? Now, in the dative or accusative case, okay? Dative is a core argument to indicate the recipient or beneficiary of an action. This beneficiary of you to come out of this in the storms of life to choose God. And to come out of that, God's given his argument, his case. Come out of this, his explanation. His intensification. Come on up higher. Come to my higher way of thinking, my superior way of thinking. Okay? God's given his argument, his explanation, his intensification in the storms of your life. This is beneficial to you as a recipient of the correction of one's own thinking, one's own righteousness, to come up higher, to be increased by me. Come in hot pursuit of me. Get up on all that old thinking, your own ways, your own right-mindedness. Come back to my righteousness. Okay? That's a dative of the case of this air and this autos. Autos, and it's coming down through the idea of baffling wind of that air, 109, okay? And it's an accusative case. Okay? Now, this accusative case, the ball of one's thinking, of one's mind, okay? is object being or existing from all that red way, coming back to God's righteousness, coming up higher. This is beneficiary to you, right? As one agrees, green light's got it, hot pursuit, and don't look back. Turns, does a 180-degree about face, right? And this is done through the idea of a baffling or a confusing wind, a thought process, just like walking across that dry on dry ground with God's love, His gravitational attraction, seating you, pulling you down, so you're not double-minded, and you're coming through that, walking across that Red Sea on dry land, that baffling wind is pushing back those winds. The Spirit of God's pushing back that wind to your mind, and He's dealing with that one thought process, stringing them out, and it's walking, living, existing. This is beneficial to you, okay? Now, that's one part of it. Now, in this we're saying, from a reflexive pronoun, that's that he, she, or it, right? That ball you're thinking again. Otherwise, it's obsolete in the genitive case. Now, we're going to define these. What's a reflexive pronoun? What's the meaning in the spirit here? And it's obsolete. It's otherwise absolute. And the genitive. In combination with that dative and accusative case of this autos that I just laid out there. You may have to listen to this several times and break it down and look at it yourself. Okay? A good Berean, study the scriptures daily to see what I'm saying is good and true. Right? They told the Apostle Paul that. Right? And that's talking in the Spirit. If you're in hot pursuit of God, you do this. I lead you to the water, but I can't make you drink. Okay? Now, this reflexive pronoun. Okay? It's a pronoun that's that he, she, or it, having the form of self. Your own righteousness, your self-thinking. The me, myself, and I. That I must decrease. That ego that you gotta let go of. That ego edging God out. You gotta decrease and I must increase. John chapter 3 verse 30. Alright? John chapter 3 verse 30. Excuse me. Okay? Now, this reflexive pronoun is a pronoun having the form of self. To show that the subjects affect the subject itself. So that subject is you. That's that ball of your own thinking. It's affecting your own thinking. It's not pointing the finger out there, some devil did it to me. Or somebody else, it must be that other guy did it. Or that other woman up there, man, they aggravate me so much, it just made me go crazy, and I beat the hell out of them, or I just told them off, and I just had to cheat them. I just had to tell this little lie. It was just a little white lie. It'll get you in trouble. You're touching that oil slick of that poop. Suck you in there. Maybe like you're drinking of that. Looks like spring-fed water because you're justifying it. You're trying to make it all right. It's spring-fed water there. Animals upstream pooping and peeing in it, giving you giardia. Bullshit. They're gonna make you sicker than heck. Gonna give you the shits and stomach problems and all kinds of stuff inside you. It's bitter. It tastes sweet in your mouth, but it's bitter in your insides. Alright. Work out your own salvation. Not fear and trembling, respect, honor. Knowing God is the greatest, He's your exceeding great reward. Like Genesis chapter 15 verse 1. God's the same yesterday, today, and forever. I, the Lord, change not, right? So, well, God did it back there. He doesn't do it now. You're saying God's insignificant. He changes. Huh? Nah. Shut that dog up. Take that sock of duct tape and whip that thing's ass. Don't be a pussy. Here, dog, let me help you out. Hold tie that thing. Put a muzzle on it. Incapacitate that dog in you, that beast nature in you. When God gives you the equipment, God equips those. Press into God and hop through God will help you out, bud. Alright? Now, it's this way, the self. Okay? Which way you feet? Which way you going? You're going down into your shoulder. You're falling down the stairs. You going that way? You're feeding into your own beast nature, into yourself? Is that increasing your own righteousness? Or you're taking a tougher way and being obedient to God, hearing Him intelligently, autonomize. See, hear, taste, touch, and smell. God is the greatest, not my own stinking thinking. Turn from that old stinking thinking. That must decrease, I must decrease, and God must increase, right? Alright, come up higher to God's superior way of thinking. Come into the ark, to the presence of God. Let Him bring you up, increase you. So when you come up to that next step, come from out of that other stuff and back to God's, back in, you're gaining in levels. So you're that parousia, that presence of God, is increasing in you, and you're able to racham God a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, growing from glory to glory, from faith to faith. Your faith is coming back to the truthfulness of God. God is great, better than chocolate. Right? Now, that reflexive pronoun, right, is you. Are you choosing to turn away from that self-thinking? Die to yourself. Become a martyr. Come up to the front of the class and show us, this is how you do it. Come back to God in all your ways. Exist. And there's 3 days in your earth. There's 3 ages. Where God's heating it up. Come out of that darkness time, that night time. Now this day is that 24-hour period, but it's speaking of those ages. It's not just 3 literal days, 24-hour days. No, it's just a whole time, however long it takes. Alright. Now, now this is going to affect you internally, right? You drink that old poison water, or it'll make you sick. There's like Giardia, I think so you pronounce it. Yeah, Giardia. Got a little tongue tied there. Or typhoid fever, right? Some other kind of stuff. Gonna mess you up. That's not the wedding garments of God. Or you're gonna come on up higher to God, okay? It's affecting you. Okay? Now otherwise, this is obsolete. That redemic way is becoming obsolete. It's no longer in general use. You're dying to yourself. You're becoming a widow of that old stinking Adamic thinking. My old man is dead. That beast nature, right? Dying a little bit, by little bit, by little bit. So you can come on up, because the other alternative dying, telling God he's insignificant. It doesn't matter what God's argument is, his explanation, his intensification is. You're falling down the stairs. You're falling down the shitter. falling down the stairs. Oh, oh, oh. Like, bam, bam, bam. Oh, breaking this, that. It's a disease, right? It's a red way, okay? And it's also talking about, you're replacing that, see? That's no longer in use. It's fallen into disuse. It's making it obsolete. It's making it obsolete. It's falling out of use. By replacing it with something better. With God's righteousness, His superior way of thinking. Okay. Now this also is, let me just see, and the genitive case. Okay? Your bold thinking is coming into a genitive case. And this indicates an attributive relationship. Did I tell you, this is God's putting you in these storms of life. This is a relationship builder with God. Back in and that's why in God you're coming from out of to towards and into and back in God. And that's why in God. Resting and relying in God and in union with God. Not in your own stinking bullshit thinking. Oh no, it's falling down the city. Boop, bop, boom. Right? Because you got that scene here and taste, touch, and smell with your own eye in the middle. You're not letting go of the ego, man. Not letting go of your ego. Right? Trying to hang on to it, man. This is good stuff right here. I'll drink this spring-fed water right here. Got like a big deer up there taking a big dump in it with a grin on his face. Looking down the street at you. At a 100, man, I think, oh, crap in his mouth right here like that. I'm peeing it. That's your own carnal stinking thinking. It's a trickster, hill grabber, climber. It's that Jacob nature. Right? Jacob's well water. Trying to make it funny, make something memorable, man. That stick in your mind so you can, oh man, in them storms of your life. Like some of these headaches, like a headache I had yesterday took me down. I think it's supposed to rain later today, and I think that's why. Man, it's just like heat just coming like from about mid-back, right up my spine, and over on this left side of my head. Man, I was just knocked for a loop for hours yesterday. It only about 4 or 5 hours, but I'm thankful it wasn't days. Sometimes it is, but it just about knocked me out, man. I used the ice pack 2 or 3 times, wet my head down, trying to eat, make sure all these other things wasn't adding on to it, because it just piles on the monkey. I mean, broke from head, pump to toe, brain swell, everything. Okay? Had a doctor tell me, oh, you're overwhelming me. Okay, and I'm looking at him, overwhelming you? What the heck? Got rid of his butt. Dumbass. I'm sorry. Nah, I'll just tell it for what it is. I ain't swallowing that beast nature stuff. They just don't know. Okay? Love them, Father, forgive them. They know not what they're doing. Don't let this offense to their charge. It's not outward. It's inside. God's doing this relationship builder in me. I gotta autonomize that. Then I come to the class and said, this is how you do it. This stuff's hard as hell, man. No, I said, God's gonna throw you in a hell. Nah, that's stupid. Alright? It's a baffling, confusing wind. Come out of that stuff so you can walk, get the love of God, so you can walk back in. Not accusing them, man, it's a doctor's fault. If he only knew what. No. He didn't know. He's doing the best he could do. Same way and all that stuff. God causes all things to work together for good to them that love God, to those who are called according to his purpose. For whom he did know, he did for. For whom he did know, he did them, he did. Anyways, in Romans chapter, I gotta hit myself. Oh, Romans 8:28 plumb to the end of the chapter, okay? Alright? Alright? Now, that's kind of, I've been through that so much stuff that it's just like come out of my mouth. Sometimes for quick I'm tripping up on it, okay? You read that, study it yourself, man, that's good stuff. Okay? Now, okay, so this genitive case, okay? We're talking about these balls of thinking process God's working on, okay? That indicates an attributive relationship. You're building it towards God, coming back into God, or you're going down to you're joining, making a stand in your own righteousness. I mean, the stand in God's righteousness or your righteousness. Huh? So it's all pointing inside. Huh? Now, God is love. God is the greatest. That's the green way. And I got that God is love highlighted orange. Orange just mean like love to me. That's what I associate it with. And the green way is green with God. Hot pursuit. Huh? You know, that way is the only way you get to satisfaction guaranteed. It's back into God. This other stuff is transitory, temporary, and unsatisfactory. Don't believe that stuff. Now, all that is coming out of that one word. They translate as two, which is wrong. It's Hina, 24:43. And you could put in order that, but there's a lot more understanding in it if you go and look for it. Huh? This is what God's doing. Huh? And his argument, his explanation, and his intensification. Why is God doing all this stuff to me for? Well, there's part of it. Look a little deeper. In order that, is that good enough for you? Or are you going down deeper? As you get the pressures increased, in the world there must be tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. John 16:33. A tribulation is thlipsis, calamities, pressures. As these pressures are increasing on this ball of your thinking process, understanding more of this is equipping you to make the more informed, correct decision, so you're not falling down the shitter. Falling down the stairs. Getting all beat up. Or getting giardia from drinking the wrong water. Thought that was good, but man, everything I do just seems to go to the crapper. You're feeding from the wrong tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Instead of feeding from God, turn from that old bullshit thinking. It's worthless and detestable. It's making you sick, giving you giardia and typhoid. Oh, God. Right? Iron water, sulfur water. Man, can't you smell it? Can't you see your taste, touch, smell it? Man, it's like make clothes orange. Make it red. Yuck. Okay? Alright, I'll try to open that up for you. Now, and also, well, I done covered that. Okay, I covered that. Okay, now the next word, I'm going to have to segment this. Whoops. So now, in this, it says, for the disciples were gone away unto the city to buy meat, okay? Now, the next word that we're on, is meat. I might be able to get this. It's from 5160, this word.
Strong's G 5160. Trophy.
Trophe. It's a feminine noun, and that's from 5142. Okay? Now, hang on just a minute. It says in here, it's talking about this Hina. So I got a note here. It says, just translating 2443 Hina as two from like the King James Version's doing here, is so shallow and lacking in understanding of what God is doing within one's mind and those balls that you're thinking. Right? I'm going to segment it. I'm getting up too close, okay? Segment it and continue. Try to finish up this verse in a little bit. Bye-bye.
All right. I'll have to do the next one. I'll continue in a little bit. I got one more on that verse. Thank you. Bye-bye.